Hello guys, welcome back to another episode. Sadly, in this video, my camera is not working, so you won't be able to see me. But we will be using ESET Internet Security to learn how to stay secure on the web, I think. It's my first time learning about this. It's my first time doing this. So in order to access it, just open up your ESET Security by clicking this. Make sure you have Internet Security or above, and click on Help and Support. Here there's a Cybersecurity Training option. Click on that, click Start, and it will send you to your custom ESET Cybersecurity education. So let's get started. Save Metropolis. I am an internet superhero scanning the city for citizens at risk of cybercrime. People all over the city are being subjected to phishing attacks, malware, and social engineering. Rescue them before their identities, finances, and families are endangered. Okay.
The human body is capable of many diverse and amazing things, but it is also susceptible to attack. Viruses, parasites, pathogens, and more can sometimes sneak into the body and wreak havoc, using the body's resources for their benefit. Your computer is similarly capable of amazing things, but can get infiltrated with malicious software or malware and use your computer's resources for a cybercriminal's benefit. This malware is not typically a simple prank, but is specifically designed to steal personal, financial, or business information in order to make money. Malware can get to your computer in a variety of ways, via infected websites, email attachments, USB drives, or malicious URLs in emails or web pages. These infections then perform harmful activities such as accessing credit card numbers, passwords, or other private information, destroying data, taking control of your computer and demanding payment, or using your computer to send spam. There are many types of infections, including computer viruses, worms, trojans, rootkits, ransomware, and spyware, and often several of these combine into one attack. A computer virus is a piece of malicious code that hides while making copies of itself on your computer without your consent. A worm is similar to a virus, but can quickly spread over the internet independently. Both programs can perform harmful acts once they've gotten into your system. A Trojan disguises itself as a normal or desirable program to trick you into installing it. It then performs various malicious functions.
By the way, they're showing the Flash player symbol because that is the most attacked Trojan. So whenever you see a Flash update or something, and it's not by Adobe, that's a Trojan. So that's why they're showing the F. That stands for Adobe Flash or Flash Player.
Such as deleting files, granting remote access to your computer, or keylogging, which is recording your keystrokes in order to obtain personal information and passwords. A rootkit is a threat that conceals other malware so that it stays hidden from you, making it more challenging to detect and delete. Ransomware is a threat that locks you out of your files and demands payment in order to restore access. Spyware is a threat that collects sensitive personal information while you use your computer, such as keylogging your passwords or credit card numbers. You've already taken a crucial first step in protecting yourself from malware by installing internet security software, which acts like vaccines, medical checkups, and surgery to help keep your computer healthy. Because we're human and make mistakes, an important second step is learning how to make decisions to further avoid internet threats. Just as learning how to live a healthy lifestyle helps protect your body from disease, this training will teach you how to enjoy safer technology and have peace of mind online.
Okay, let's move into the next thing. I am male. I went to a mailbox and told me I was mail, so I mail. Name generator. Invisible beast. That is me. Yeah, okay. We'll go with invisible beast. If you're being cyberbullied, just click the computer's power button. Well, not in this case. We have to save the person.
Before social networking and widespread use of the internet, bullying was limited to school or other social situations. Cyberbullying, on the other hand, is almost impossible to escape. Once it starts, bullies can virtually follow a child everywhere online, often resulting in serious consequences. It can be used to defame one another, post inappropriate comments or photos, and otherwise make the normal pains of growing up even more excruciating.
That right there looks like Me-Man kind of, but blurred out. Anyways.
Help your children protect themselves from cyberbullying so they can safely enjoy the internet by following these steps. Take interest.
Okay, so I will be helping my children. My first children will be my my Windows 10 Pro copy. Second would be my tablet. My third would be this 1 terabyte hard drive over here. Okay.
In your child's digital life. Choose age-appropriate social networking sites for your children. Educate them on the importance of keeping personal information private and teach them the significance of behaving appropriately online. Monitor their social networking activities by establishing ground rules and online expectations to ensure that they are behaving appropriately. Teach your children to respect others in all walks of life. If they receive a harassing message or photo and forward it on or leave it unreported, they're becoming bullies themselves. Teach your children to talk to a trusted adult if they are bullied or witness other bullying online. Assure them that they shouldn't be embarrassed and they will not get in trouble. If your child is bullied, take action. Don't respond to cyberbullying. Instead, keep evidence of it. Record the dates, times, and descriptions of instances when cyberbullying has occurred. Save and print screenshots, emails, and text messages to use as evidence when reporting it. Then block the person who is bullying. Teaching your children how to prevent cyberbullying and what to do if they are bullied online can help them have a happier and healthier experience while growing up.
Okay. Next. Hopefully my hard drive doesn't get bullied when it grows up to be a solid state drive. Anyways. Should I read this out loud? Well, okay, I'm here. What do you mean? Kyle never gets picked on at school and has a ton of friends. Oh, Kylie, not Kyle. Anyways, cyberbullying can happen to anyone, and the bully could be someone who she has never met. It's just very serious and can be difficult to escape. Abandoned mission. No, okay. Should I take away her computer? Yes. What should she do? Fight back. Yeah, right. I'll read this. Keeping evidence of the bully, such as messaging and screenshots, and report that's done. That's what I clicked on earlier. Okay, I could do that. Anything I can do to prevent this in the future. Taking interest in your child online presence is the best way to prevent cyberbullying. I don't know how my mom would be able to sit around while I ban people for being bad. Anyways, now that I think about it, I haven't seen her profile recently. I wonder what could be on there. I could see that I'm no longer needed. Stay sick. Stay safe. Thanks. I can protect her now, Invisible Beast. I don't need protection from cyberbullying. Anyways, this is now my hard drive is protected. Another person being attacked.
The internet, in many ways, is like a big city. There is opportunity for discovery and adventure, but also opportunity to get lost or into trouble. Wouldn't it be great to have a full-time guardian for your child, protecting them, guiding them, and keeping them out of trouble? While in the real world that wouldn't be practical, you're able to add this protection online. By teaching your child how to be responsible and putting safeguards in place, they can have a much safer and enjoyable online experience. Teach your kids about the threat.
Before we continue, parental controls. If you are going to do this, if you're a parent and you're going to protect somebody with it, this is parental controls is what taught me how to hack. I used parental controls to find out how to break. I used administration skills in hacking in order to find out how to break into my antivirus and stop it. Since I know how to do that now, I could also affect my brother's computer. My brother's computer is now a proxy for me to attack the rest of our network. If my parents didn't put a parental controls on my computer, I wouldn't have needed to do this or learned about it. But I wasn't able to do a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're going to put parental controls on, it is really easy. If you really want to learn how to hack, you can hack. So give parental controls some looseness. I think that's how I'm going to say it. So basically, don't block like every single website you don't know, because that might come in useful later. And also, again, monitor what they're doing online. Parental controls, it's not something that, oh, block this, block this, block this, because that's when I started to learn how to hack. Too many things are being blocked. Anyways, let's continue the video. I learned how to hack at about 8 years old. Anyways.
Threats online. Be realistic with your children about the opportunities and dangers online. Teach your kids that not everything they see online should be believed, including that people are who they say they are. Establish agreements with them about what websites are appropriate. Teach your kids about posting online. Help them understand that while they can enjoy sharing with friends, anything they share could end up being forwarded on or posted online permanently. Clearly communicating your expectations to your kids can help them make smart decisions online that will keep them safe. Be aware of how your children.
Another thing before posting stuff, I just thought about this. I don't do this, but rewatch the video or re-look at the photo before you post it. In pictures, there could be a background person or thing that is inappropriate and that can make your social media or account basically lose value, lose followers, lose subscribers. So rewatch a video if you're not pleased with it or if something bad happens. Edit it or delete it completely. Anyways, let's continue. I'll mute my mic.
And socialize online. Everyone seems to be on at least one social network these days, and this includes people with bad intentions. Teach your kids to keep their profile private so that only their friends can view it, to avoid posting their location, and to talk only to people they know in real life.
Another thing, posting location. So many people ask, how do I know where you live? Now, I don't tell them where, unless it's an emergency and I need to, but I can find out where they live, all of this just from social media, and they can't do anything about that because they gave that information away for free. They can't say, hey, no, you're in trouble, now you know where I live. How do you know that? No, they gave it to me through a source like Instagram, photo map, and you can see where people took pictures at. Look at me at home. Oh, now I know where you live. So I can't get in trouble for knowing where somebody lives. So that's an example of that. Anyways, let's continue.
Teach your kids to avoid interactions with strangers. Be aware of what online multiplayer games your child is playing and with whom they are interacting. Teach them to be cautious when gaming with strangers and to never share personal information with anyone. Set up the built-in parental controls. Most computers come with built-in parental controls that block websites and help to set time limits for computer use, what games can be played, what programs can be run, and more. However, they only work if you set them up. Check system.
Again, don't go too intense on this. Block the time for Monday through Friday, because I'm not allowed to use a computer then. Remove games, remove applications I might have to use. Don't even block regular Windows applications, because that might be necessary someday. Even the snipping tool. And yeah, let's continue.
System preferences on a Mac or control panel on Windows to configure this protection. Consider additional parental controls. Additional parental control software gives you extra options to block entire website categories and provide you with more flexibility with what children can and can't see online. By teaching your children the best ways to safely enjoy the web and putting these software safeguards in place, you can feel confident that they're better protected and ready to maximize their experiences online.
Okay, let's continue. Next thing. Hello, Chuck. It is I, Invisible Beast. I come to protect your daughter from strangers. Oh, hi, Invisible Beast. Strangers. She's at home in her room. She has been communicating with strangers online, who she has not met in real life. Isn't that how lots of kids meet these days? Unknown people on the internet can be dangerous, especially if Jackie is posting her photos and her location. Photos, it should say with her location. And with and. Anyways, she is telling strangers where she is. Why would she do that? She is sharing with her friends, but her profile is public, so strangers have access to her information. You should take down all her. That's one of the options, but no. Ask her to set her profile as private. You should ask her to set her profile as private. That's option I just chose. And explain anything she shares can become permanent. Thanks for the info. I hadn't thought about that at all. You could also set up a parental controls on her computer. These controls can help block dangerous websites, among other safeguards. ESET also makes a parental controls app to keep Jackie safe on her Android device, which actually my tablet runs Android. So I protect my hard drive Now I'm working on protecting my tablet. Okay. I really appreciate the reminder anytime. Remember, education is the strongest defense system. Teach your kids to be safe, and with the right tools, they can enjoy the internet safely. ESET is what I'm using right now to show you this. This thing right here, this demo is by ESET, I believe. Let's continue. So I protect 2 citizens. Let's do 3 citizens now. Okay. Smartphone data risk. Okay.
Just a few years ago, mobile devices were good for making calls when away from home. In almost the blink of an eye, they became much more than that. They are now as powerful as many full computers and contain an abundance of personal information, which is risky if it falls into the wrong hands. Protect your personal data from criminals by following these steps. Avoid questionable apps.
They say from criminals. I'd say protect your personal data from everyone.
There are millions of apps at your fingertips, but some apps may not be quite what they seem. Only install apps that have been properly screened through reputable app markets. Research apps by seeking credible reviews, and before downloading, thoroughly examine app permissions. Make sure your mobile device software is always up to date. Mobile device software updates reduce the risks of external threats and security vulnerabilities, because having the latest updates means having the latest security patches. Ensure that you install.
I cannot stress this more. Always get the latest software updates. Just explained that to somebody in my family a few days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago.
Install updates as soon as you can after being notified that they're available to keep your device as secure as possible. Back up your data. You probably know someone who has lost or broken their smartphone. If you have data that is only found on your phone, this can be even more devastating. Make sure you regularly back up your phone onto your computer or use a reliable.
If this wasn't important, there wouldn't be as many backup tools as there are. Almost every operating system manufacturer, almost every device manufacturer, and almost every device, hardware, software, and also third-party applications all are used to back up your thing. Android has their backups. Also, let's say you have an HTC phone that run Android. You have your Android backup and you have your HTC backup. So this is really important. Backing up your data is important. Let's continue.
Cloud service so you can easily restore this information and get on with your life. Be cautious with stored information on your mobile device. Storing credit card digits, passwords, or other valuable information on your smartphone can be very convenient. If you choose to do this, make sure your information is secured. Always use a strong password on your device, and consider a reliable password manager app to prevent unwanted access to your data. By protecting the data on your mobile devices, you can help prevent personal information from being lost or stolen, providing a safer and more enjoyable mobile experience.
Okay, let's continue. Oh, that looks like a gravestone. Anyways, Pedro, hello there. Oh, hello again, invisible beast. You taking the train somewhere today? Question mark. No, sir, just came to see you, actually. I see that you just got your first smartphone. Congrats. I love my iDroid. That's supposed to be like iPhone or something like that. But I learned that I had personal information that was a little too accessible. Oh, you mean like my credit cards and such? I keep those in a handy notes app. Ha, my mom does that. But usually take your password, and if you know what the password is, replace characters with stars, so then people can't exactly get your password completely. For example, at school, mine would be star 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 525. 525, everyone knows that because my username's JDROB525. Anyways, let's continue. Oh, okay. You should allow all apps to access personal information so you don't have to confine it to one app. You should use a reputable app that is password protected with a strong password to secure information. I think B, you should not store any personal information on your phone, but keep it on a notebook instead. Yeah, no. You should delete all third-party apps on your phone. Let's delete Instagram. Let's delete Google Chrome. For iPhone, let's delete Skype. Yeah, no. Yeah, I got the right thing. You should use a reputable. Yeah, okay. That's what I just said. Daggum? Question mark. You're right. If my phone was misplaced, someone could access everything with how it was now. With how it is now. Exactly. Also make sure your device auto locks and has a passcode to unlock it. Will do. Thanks, Invisible Beast. It's what I do. Continue. Password protection risk.
Securing your device is like securing your home. You just never know who may intrude if the door is unlocked. Having a secure password and being aware of your surroundings can keep intruders out and your sanity intact. Lock your device with a strong password. Develop an effective password that is not easily guessed, and keep your device locked at all times. When setting your password, make sure Auto Lock is enabled to protect your phone in case you forget to lock it. Lastly, enable Auto Wipe after a certain number of password attempts, and Remote Wipe to be able to delete all personal information if your phone goes missing. Be aware of your surroundings. Be conscientious about accessing sensitive data in public areas, as you never know who's looking over your shoulder. As mobile devices are frequently stolen in airports, mass transit, and automobiles, always keep your phone in a secure, non-visible location when not in use.
In a non-visible location, so not your back pocket. Especially considering if you sat on the iPhone 6 Plus, I believe it would bend in your pocket. Anyways, let's continue.
Don't jailbreak or root your device. Jailbreaking iOS or rooting.
Don't jailbreak or root your device. I would be careful with what tools you use. Rooting your device is fine, but I created a custom Android operating system on my brother's tablet, Emerald TNT V1, custom Windows version for my computer, Android Windows Emerald TNT 1 V2, and which is really Windows Insiders, but with modifications. Anyways, newer root tools like KingRoot and KingORoot make sure that when you root your device, it also adds security and performance, and security to keep your root secure. And most devices aren't root, so if I was to make an Android virus, I wouldn't exactly go for attacking root, because that's not that effective against a lot of devices. Most people don't root their phone, but there's a majority, or there is a decent amount of people that do. So I would say be careful when you jailbreak or root your device. Let's continue. My dad just yelled touchdown.
Android devices not only voids the warranty, but also jeopardizes their security, making your devices vulnerable to additional malware and attacks. It enables unchecked third-party apps to bypass security measures.
Recently, KingRoot and KingORoot added a feature that makes sure that when you can unroot your device, and it would not void the warranty, and it would also repair files that say that your warranty are voided and replace that with your warranty is still accepted. Anyways, let's continue.
That are built into the software. Keeping your device secured can avert unwelcome guests, which helps keep your digital home safe and gives you peace of mind.
Okay, let's continue. Next. Again, I disagree with this option, but it's okay. Hi Sophie, I'm here to help you protect your tablet. Are you the invisible beast? The whole town has been talking about you indeed. Good things, I hope, mostly. Abandoned mission. Mostly. Anyways, your tablet doesn't have a password lock. Anyone could access your personal information if it were stolen or misplaced. Oh no, I'll add a password to unlock it. Anything else? Well, I see that you've also rooted your tablet. Oh, smart person. I know that helps you do all kind of crazy things with it, but it's dangerous because rooting your device it allows you to do interesting things like auto clicker, or I could even set my device so it skips time, makes time go by faster, or I could edit in-game variables like money and all of that with certain applications that run as ads on Android. So you can use them on multiple devices. It's like you have an ad there, but you can X out of the ad and open the ad whenever you want. And it's just a small icon or something, so it's okay. But smart person, they rooted their device. What is the danger of rooting or jailbreaking your device? It doesn't allow you to install app? Not true. It disables location services so people no, not true, not true. It can make your device more vulnerable to attacks. I'm assuming that's what they want us to say. Prevents you from being able to back up your device. Not true. I'm assuming this is what they want me to say. Yes, because that's what they showed in the lesson. Rooting or jailbreaking your phone can make your device more vulnerable to malware and attacks. It can also void your warranty. ARGH. I didn't know. Well, I guess I'll have to restore it to put it back to normal. I said this? Well, I mean, I guess she did root your phone, so you are a rock star, Sophie. Oh, I'm assuming that's Sophie. Anyways, spread the word. I am off to do the same. Continue. Oh, I got another bar.
Location services on your mobile device can be very useful for directions or locating friends and family, or a nearby restaurant. But sometimes they can also be like paparazzi, watching your every move if you allow them to. To safely enjoy the location services of your mobile devices while out and about, follow these steps. Control applications' access to your location. Check your settings to see what apps have access to your location. Because not all apps really need to know where you are, turn off location services for apps that don't need to access your location.
If you are doing this, turn off the thing. That's only for Android 6.0 and above, just to make you aware of that. On iPhones and other devices, I'm not sure. Let's get started.
When sharing your images, be careful about giving out your location or that of a loved one. Keeping your whereabouts private can help prevent unknown people from obtaining your location. Be prepared if your device goes missing. Most mobile devices have services in place that you can use if your device is lost or stolen. Many online services, such as Find My iPhone and Android Device Manager, can track or send messages to a lost
Android Device Manager, or there's a new thing, Find My Device. It's an Android app. It's by Google. And you could also use that to find your phone and other devices. And it works pretty good. Let's continue.
lost device to help you retrieve it, or erase it to protect your data. However, you need to set them up before your device goes missing in order for them to work. By being cautious with your mobile device while on the go, you can feel more secure about keeping yourself and your data safe.
Okay, now onto the interactive thing, or interactive lesson. I'm Invisible Beast, and I'm here to help you out, Philip. Who did you say you were? I'm not from here. Oh, I'm just a local internet superhero. I see that you've left your smartphone over there in the lounge. Well, I'll be. My city doesn't have one of you. And you're right, that is my phone over there. I just came to the lobby for a free cookie. Grab me one too. But, you know, leaving a mobile device out in the open like that could get it stolen fast. What other precautions should Philip take to avoid losing a smartphone? You should never take that away, but not exactly best, and you might still lose it in private or in your house. He should make sure he doesn't lock the phone, so in case someone finds it, they can find his contact info and return it to them. Some people do use this method, and it sometimes helps, but it depends whose hands it gets into. He should carry around a backup device to call his phone in case it gets lost or stolen. That might be the option, but that is really bulky. You should set up an online service that can track send messages or erase his phone in case it gets lost. What I just said, okay. Such as Find My iPhone or Android Device Manager, or Find My Phone. Find My Device from Android. There's Find My iPhone, there's Find My Device. One's from Apple, one's from Android. Oh wow, that sure could be helpful. Indeed. Thanks for the cookie, Philip. Stay safe out here. Got a jet? Oh, that means like you have to go fast. Okay. You're the best. Invisible Beast. Okay, one more thing. Okay, phishing attack risk. Okay, well, our level's pretty high, so that's good.
Successfully posing as someone else in the real world is difficult and quite uncommon. But online, where anonymity is easy, impersonation occurs all the time. Criminals send millions of emails every day in which they pretend to be legitimate companies or government agencies. These messages trick unsuspecting users into infecting their computers with malicious code, or fool them into giving out personal or financial information, or even their credentials, like usernames and passwords. You can reduce your risk from phishing attacks and better protect your identity, bank accounts, and contacts by following these steps. Check the URL of links in an email before clicking on them. Links aren't always what they seem. Even if the text looks legitimate, the actual site to which it links may be malicious. Verify links by checking out the actual web address or URL before clicking. To do this, hover over the link for a moment without clicking until a box appears showing the actual link. If it is different from the text or looks suspicious, do not click on it. Better yet, go directly to the website of the organization that supposedly sent the message by Googling it or typing it into the address bar. You can also call the institution to verify that the email is from them. Similarly, avoid opening attachments to emails that look suspicious. Keep personal information out of email. Because email and online conversations can never be considered truly private, leave personal information, such as credentials, account numbers, and identification numbers, out of emails and other online correspondence. A legitimate company will never ask for this information via email. Use anti-spam and anti-phishing software. Using anti-spam software can help prevent malicious or unwanted email from even reaching your inbox. Anti-phishing software blocks web pages known to distribute phishing content, even if you click on the link in the email or elsewhere, providing an extra layer of security and peace of mind.
Okay, let's continue. Next. What is that icon? It's like a pepper or something. Hello, Loretta. It is I, Invisible Beast. I come to rescue you. Oh, hi, Invisible Beast. Wait, rescue me from what? You're about to fall for a phishing attack. What do you mean? I don't even like seafood. Same here. I don't like seafood either. Phishing is a PH with a PH is a attempt to steal valuable identity information by tricking you into thinking the request is coming from a trusted site, like your bank or an online retailer. Like eBay, there's a lot of eBay scams, and there's even scams on the official eBay. Anyways, let's continue. Oh, I did just get an email from my bank. It says there are suspicious charges to my credit card, and I should verify my account information. You're saying it's fake? Very likely. Banks should never ask for that information via email. There's a way to tell if an email is legitimate, though. You should roll your mouse over any links before you click on them, even if the text looks legitimate. The site to which it points may be malicious. You can't really shop or bank safe online. Not an option. PayPal is safe and you can still use it online. Bank online. You should click on a link and then examine the site closely to make sure it is real. Look for the company logo and contact info. You should check the URL in any links before you click on them. Even if it says HTTPS, it's probably safe. Yeah, no. Just get a verification script online, put it in your website, and it will be HTTPS. Well, you can connect through HTTPS. I think this one would be the most fast option. Yeah, I was right. You should roll your mouse over any links before you click on them, even if the text is legitimate. The site to which it points may be malicious. Oh wow. Yes, I think the link does not match the text when I roll over it. I'll mark this email as spam and delete it. Good thinking, Loretta. Well, I'm off to be amazing to other internet users in need. Stay safe. Weak password vulnerability. Okay, give me a few more minutes.
Your passwords are the locks that protect your valuable financial and personal information. Strong passwords protect your online banking, your wireless network, and even your social networking sites to help keep your money secure, your identity protected, and your friends safe from spam. Weak passwords, however, often use easy-to-find personal information, such as names of loved ones, license plate numbers, birth dates, and so on. They're easily compromised. Use the following tips to create strong passwords. Use a combination of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols in your passwords. It helps to think of a phrase and use the first 1 or 2 letters of each word to create the password. Use a unique password for each account. Using a different password for each account can prevent criminals from accessing all your accounts if one password is compromised. Use a password manager to help keep track of your passwords. A secure, encrypted password manager will automatically track all your passwords, so you only have to remember one master password. Update your passwords frequently. Changing passwords every 3 to 6 months for important accounts can increase your defenses if passwords fall into the wrong hands.
Now, changing your password every 3 to 6 months, I would only change your password if you notice malicious activity on your account. But again, changing it 3 to 6 months on important accounts like banking and something that, like maybe Instagram, but I wouldn't say that. But you don't have to update your passwords frequently for like everything, like forums and stuff like that. No, you don't have to. Let's continue.
Use two-step authentication when possible to greatly increase the security of your accounts. Two-step authentication, now offered for Gmail, Apple IDs, banking sites, and more, requires that you enter a one-time password sent to a trusted device to prevent unauthorized access. To help protect businesses, ESET provides ESET Secure Authentication to secure Microsoft VPN and Outlook web app.
Outlook web app is also OWA. Let's continue. Marcus White, right here, there. Invisible Beast. It is here to save you from yourself. I'm just signing up for a new NetVids account. Yes, but you're using a weak password. That could easily be hacked. Yeah, it's just NetVids, not my bank account or anything. I'm just using the same password I use for most of my accounts. Your password just... Why is Marcus putting himself at risk? Okay. Your password just uses way too many characters. You're never going to be able to remember it. No, not that. Your password doesn't contain any personal information, which makes it much less secure. Since you used this password on other accounts, if one of the accounts is compromised, they have access to all. Oh wow, I never thought of it that way. It's true what they say about you. Well, SHUCKS, I don't know. Just doing my job, Marcus. Speaking of, there are many others in need. I'd be best going to help. Continue. So I already maxed out this bar here. So he's in a social networking risk.
It seems that everyone from junior to grandma is on at least one social network these days. They can be a great way to keep in contact with old friends and make new connections. But social networking can also be used against you if you aren't careful. To protect your identity and your safety when social networking, consider the following. Enable strict privacy settings on your networking sites. Having strict privacy settings enabled helps prevent criminals from accessing information that could be used to steal your identity. Screen the people you befriend or grant access to your networking site. Even a friend of a friend who you don't know personally may not have your best interests at heart when they access your profile. Consider limiting the amount of information you make available even for friends. Limit details about your work, where you live, or even your current status or location to protect yourself from people with ill intent who could use this information to harm you physically, financially, or otherwise. Think long-term when you post anything online. Remember that everything you say and any images that you share could be online permanently, regardless of whether you delete them later. Even if posted just briefly, unflattering or objectionable content may be saved or shared by someone and could damage your reputation even years later, for example, when applying for jobs. be cautious in clicking on links or installing apps on your networking site. It's possible that your friends' accounts will get hacked at some point, which could allow criminals to post malicious links on your profile that can infect your computer. In addition, certain apps that you've installed on your profile can have too much access to your personal information. Avoid clicking on suspicious links and posts, and be cautious when installing apps that gain access to your personal information for a much safer social networking experience.
Invisible Beast. What are you doing here? Good afternoon, Lola. I was sent to prevent you from a social engineering snafu. Anyways, I'm just browsing through some pictures on Faceplace. Oh wow, that dog has sunglasses on, classic. But actually, yes, it's not about the pictures you're looking at. I'm concerned about your profile. Oh, I've just filled out all the things Faceplace asked me to. Did I do something wrong? You don't have nearly enough friends. Okay. Give me a second. I do have to wrap this video up, so
The internet has changed our lives. We have instant access to endless information, to people all over the world, and every kind of entertainment. Unfortunately, this also means we can be unknowingly connected with people who want to make money off our data or steal from us directly. To better protect yourself and your finances while surfing the web, follow these steps. Use secure connections when accessing personal accounts or making purchases. How do you know if a site is secure? When you access a secure connection, the address will include HTTPS, and with most browsers will also display a lock icon in the address bar. Using a secure and trusted connection will scramble any information you send, so it can only be unscrambled when it arrives at its destination site. If you click on the lock, you can also see the website's certificate. Make sure it matches the address in your address bar, and that it is signed by a trusted authority. Do research when shopping online. While most sites online are authentic, some sites that appear to be legitimately selling something are actually malicious. Protect yourself by shopping on reputable websites, or research an unfamiliar seller to learn about their reputation before making a purchase. Read a website's privacy policy so you are aware of how they collect data from you and how they may use your personal information. Be cautious when setting up home Wi-Fi. Ensure that your home Wi-Fi uses WPA or WPA2 and not WEP for security, and that it is protected with a strong password. This will help prevent others from bogging down your connection or worse, stealing your information. Be cautious when using public Wi-Fi. Avoid connecting to networks you don't know. When connecting to public Wi-Fi, avoid online banking and financial transactions or submitting other personal information so you can have a more secure online experience.
Okay, let's continue. I have to go fasting, and my mom and dad really want me to eat, so I can't read this. Not smart. last person.
Your computer is like a fortress, guarding your personal information. An enemy trying to enter a fortress will continually test for weaknesses to try to discover a vulnerable spot. A strong fortress will continue to patch the weak points and keep the enemy out. Like a fortress, your computer software may have weaknesses that can be discovered over time by a criminal who's trying to break in. To keep your computer as secure as possible, follow these steps. Update your operating system frequently. Your operating system, such as Microsoft Windows or Mac OS X, is the heart of the entire computer. Developers are constantly working to fix bugs and patch vulnerabilities in the software to continue to keep the bad guys out. But these patches only work if you install them. Though you may be tempted to procrastinate, it is critical that you install these updates as soon as possible after being notified that they are available. Check regularly for updates on all of your computer applications. Other applications that you've installed can also have vulnerabilities that can affect the rest of your system. Just like with your operating system, be sure to install updates as soon as you are notified that they are available. Keeping your system and applications updated will ensure that your software fortress is as secure as possible.
Okay, let us continue. I can't read again. I have to make this video quick. This guy has a weak fortress, Nankin. They do this. They do that. Now you have a clue. Good job. And we are done. And I got my invitation to let's take a quiz. I don't know what I did wrong there. Personally, I would have the www dot at the beginning. I was expecting it would do that. Option B. I thought it said suffering on a popular social media website. Funny.
Come on.
On my last question.
What?
I'm on my last question. I just have to answer this and then I'll wrap up the video. And we are done. I got 85%. Oh well, that's all for this episode. Get ESET Antivirus to check out this resource. And